No contact rule explained. Why silence is the most powerful move after a breakup. Hello there. Thank you once again for joining me today on Love Advice TV. I'm Coach Abby. So, if you're watching this, chances are you've just been through a breakup. And God knows we all know how that feels. Maybe you're sitting in that silence right now, wondering, what are they doing? What went wrong? Basically, we're also fighting the urge to reach out, trying to make sense of the emptiness. Yet, is silence really silent? Or is it really speaking volumes? Very important point. We need to remember that silence is not just the absence of noise, but a powerful presence that allows for clarity. It offers a space to reconnect with oneself, which is very important, and gain perspective. Interestingly, it deepens communication. You might ask, how is that possible? In silence, we often hear more, not to just words, but to emotions and intent. This ability to stay grounded is a subtle yet form of influence which conveys strength. It invites reflection, and very important, it de-escalates the tension. It's not by coincidence that phrase that we've all heard at one point or another, silence speaks louder than words, is such a widely accepted paradox. I see you. I've worked with hundreds of people in your shoes. And today, what I'd like to do is to unpack one of the most powerful yet misunderstood strategies for healing and, yes, getting your ex back. And that's the dreaded no contact rule. And I know it's dreaded. I've got my clients. They go crazy when I start talking about the no contact. But before we dive in, I want to say this. This isn't about playing games. It's about reclaiming your power. It's restoring your clarity and recentering your emotional foundation. So join me. Let's take a breath. Sit with me for a bit. We're going to walk through this together. So first, what is the no contact rule? We've all heard about it. At its core, it's exactly what it sounds like. Now, what does that mean? No calls, no texts, no checking on their stories or liking their posts, no driving by their place, you know who I'm referring to, or asking mutual friends for updates. It's a total and intentional is a very important word, disconnect after a breakup. But here's the key. No contact isn't a punishment. It's not about manipulation. It's about healing. It's about protecting your energy. You see, when a breakup happens, emotions are raw, and raw hurts. Our minds become flooded with the what ifs, the regrets, the fantasies. Reaching out in that state rarely creates connection. What it does, it creates confusion. No contact gives both of you space. It gives clarity. It allows you to step away from the noise and hear your own voice again. Now, you might be thinking, but won't silence make them forget me? Actually, no. Silence does the exact opposite. Now, let me explain why silence is so powerful. First, it disrupts the pattern, the back and forth, the you said, I said. Your ex is used to your presence, maybe even your emotional reactions, because they know you as well as you know them. When you go silent, it shifts the dynamic. It forces them to wonder, why haven't I heard from them? Are they moving on? Were they stronger than I thought? Now, you're planting a seed of curiosity, and curiosity often leads to reconnection. It happens not only in our relationships, but in friendships. We need to make them curious as to what we're doing. Secondly, silence gives you the upper hand. And once again, not in a manipulative way, but in an energetic way. You're no longer begging for crumbs of attention. You're regaining dignity, composure, and your self-worth. And third, and this is big, when you're silent, you're allowing both of you, to sit with the consequence of the breakup. Sometimes the weight of absence reveals more than any conversation ever could. When they feel that vacuum, that absence, that's the consequence of the breakup. But first things first, let's talk about what's happening internally during no contact, because this part is just as important. In the silence, internally, you're not just waiting, you're working, you're rebuilding your self-respect, you're allowing your nervous system to calm. You're rediscovering who you are without the noise of the relationship. We all know what that noise sounds like, specifically after a breakup. It's during this time that your clarity begins to return, your emotional intelligence grows. And if any reconciliation ever happened, it happens on a healthier foundation. It can't be in a chaotic state. And here's something I want you to really remember. You cannot reattract someone when you're emotionally chaotic. You can't. You reattract them when you are centered, when you're strong, and when you're sure of your worth. And that's what no contact helps you access. It's not a punishment. It's not a manipulative tool. Now, I'm not going to, the no contact is easy. It's brutally hard. You'll want to check your phone constantly. You'll imagine scenarios where you bump into them. You convince yourself that you just, oh my God, if you send that one message, it won't hurt. But each time you resist that urge, you're building something incredibly valuable. Your self-discipline and self-trust. Now, it's okay to be grieving. It's normal. It's okay to cry. But do it without reopening the wound. And hey, this is where I want to really help you directly. So I honestly feel that we don't have to do this alone. I invite you to take the free assessment questionnaire, which is provided below. It's free. It's designed to assist in determining where you are in this relationship and what steps to take moving forward. Don't miss out on this opportunity. It's for you. It's done specifically for you. Now, I am a firm believer that no contact is not a one-size-fits-all. Now, this questionnaire, I truly believe, helps see whether no contact is right for your dynamic and how to approach your healing with strategy, not with guesswork. We're always trying to see what everybody's doing. No, we're unique in our breakups. But let's shift gears for a moment here, please, because I know what you may be thinking. So, Abby, what is my ex feeling during no contact? Are they missing me? The truth, yes, especially if there was emotional connection. I mean, we always leave a path of emotional memories with someone. Here's what really happens. At first, they might feel relieved, especially if things were tense. But as time passes, that relief fades. They start to wonder. They start to doubt. It creeps in and they begin to ask themselves, why haven't I heard from you? Whether you're done or not. And fear seeps in. And curiosity seeps in. People often expect you to chase. When you don't, you change the entire script. Now, you must remember, this isn't about triggering them into panic. It's about creating space for the truth to surface, for their feelings to surface. And either way, you win. So here's what I would love to leave you with as far as a takeaway from this video. No contact isn't cold. It's not cruel, and it's the highest form of self-respect. It lets them know, and it lets you remember you're worthy of peace. I'm not here to beg. I'm not here to I'm here to grow. I'm here to heal. I'm here to align with my true value. I invite you to that person when you're ready. Your ex will not return because you chased them. They will return because you elevated yourself to a place where they couldn't help but notice. It's so important for them to have this opportunity as well. And remember, always remember this, you are not alone in this. You might want to consider booking a one-on-one session with me. This is what I do 24/7. It would certainly be my pleasure to assist you in implementing the no contact strategy, but as a power move and not as a punishment. Always taking into consideration your unique situation. I read somewhere that where there are moments in life that we must close the window, no matter how beautiful the view seems to appear. No contact allows us the opportunity to close that window, if only for a little while. Thank you once again for joining me today. As always, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on personal growth, on mending broken relationships, and basically everything in between. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.